The 2023 NBA Finals is now tied up 1-1 heading back to Miami for a Game 3. But let's take a look at Game 2 and what were the keys to that game. Was it a certain lineup change? Was it making shots? Or was it neutralizing others? When you talk about lineup change, Erik Spoelstra decided to take Kevin Love and put him into the starting lineup. You add your veteran presence there. And a guy who, for him, every time he goes to the playoffs, he makes the finals. So he's here for his 5th time. Kevin Love is that seasoned vet NBA champion who's able to help control the pace of the game. And he did that for Miami, whether it's his long outlet passes, his offensive rebounding, making key shots. Kudos to Erik Spoelstra for that lineup change. Or was it the fact that now Miami was making their shots? In Game 1, we saw their players not make shots. Game 2, they made 17 threes and shot 48% from the field. That's Miami's game. When you have players like Gabe Vincent, Caleb Martin, Strauss making shots, even Kyle Lowry coming off the bench, Miami's been successful. The third factor is neutralizing the others. For Denver, Joker had 41, 11, and 4. And whenever he scores over 40 in the playoffs, they're 0-3. So Miami was able to neutralize the other players and allow Joker to just go wild. Is that going to be able to be maintained for 3 more games that Miami needs to win in this series? Can they allow Joker to score 40 plus and just neutralize the other players? On the flip side, for Denver, what are they going to do about Miami's players? When you have Duncan Robinson coming into the game in the second half and taking over. Then you have Jimmy Butler putting the exclamation point on the game, scoring 10 points in the fourth quarter, finishing 21, 4, and 9. Miami's rolling. So defensively, what scheme can Denver come up with to try to stop their players? I think it's too many players for them to try and stop. You try and control a Duncan Robinson. You try and control a Gabe Vincent. You try and control a Jimmy Butler. And then I haven't even mentioned Bam Adebayo either, right? All these kind of players and all these players that can drop at any given second to give you 20 plus points. Who is your main focus? That's what I want to see in Game 3 is who's the primary focus for Denver to try and stop. Because we know Miami's going to play that game, and Miami seems to have figured it out that let Joker score and neutralize the other players. But for the flip side for Denver is what do you do? Which player do you focus on to try to neutralize the Miami Heat when it comes to defense? That requires team defense. That requires guys rotating and being in their spots at the right time. Can they do that? And now that you're heading to South Beach, it's a different ballgame. We always talk about when it comes to home court advantage. South Beach will be ready. But can Denver handle South Beach? Like, share, comment, subscribe.